Okay, Hangout on Air is live.
All right.
So we can get started. I wanted to show you guys, I don't know if you can see with my bad video quality. This is my 1 page of notes.
Yeah, mine looks like that too. The smallest handwriting ever.
Yes, I divided it into like chapter and then wrote out what I felt like I needed for the,
Awesome.
I don't remember from each one.
Great.
That's awesome.
All right. So I think the first thing it says to do is to go over the review together. Because it didn't give us any of the answers. I was kind of annoyed.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that these, like the group meeting quiz, is the thing.
Oh, is all the
Like
questions
it
just answered?
is all the review. Yeah.
Oh.
Sure.
Well, I guess we could open it up and see, huh?
Yeah, because I felt like I read that somewhere that your group meeting quiz is the review.
Okay. Well, I'm going to come
Maybe
up.
that's why they didn't give us the answers.
Yeah.
So should we open it up then?
Yeah, let's open it up.
Oh, I almost just opened the wrong one. Okay, we're on lesson 8, right? Yes.
Lesson 8.
I almost just opened up 9. That wouldn't have been good. Okay.
Okay. Started the quiz. No, this is, oh, yeah, maybe it is because there's 31 questions. Oh, but there were 32 that we answered earlier, so maybe it's different.
Maybe it just leaves out a couple. I guess we'll see.
So, required to work on the quiz together. Each member submit her own answers, his or her needed. There's a link to the normal probability applet. You'll need the following data set. Okay, so this is my problem. I cannot get into SPSS
While we're on the group chat.
in the group chat. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can open it up for us.
Maybe could you share your screen with us?
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
have to
no, it's okay.
go onto the room server and then I can't group chat.
Let me open it up really quick. Mine takes a little bit to load.
Oh, that's fine. All right.
My computer will go, my screen might go black here in just a second. It's, for some reason, when it opens up the software, oh no, it's going to do it just fine.
So question 1, it says you should take this quiz once before you meet with your group, and then a second time with your group during group preparation.
Oh, you'd think they would have told us that before group meeting.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
No, but I think it's this. I think it might be some of the same questions, because the question 2 is which of the following variables is our categorical. Categorical. The number of animals in the local zoo, selected brand of toothpaste at a convenience store, or age.
Oh yeah.
That was question number 3.
Yeah, we had this question.
So I think this is the same.
Same stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so that's open. So should we start?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's just get started.
Okay.
So I think question 1 then is false because we did it alone the first time. It says mark this false when you take the quiz alone for the first time.
Okay.
I met with my group and completed this quiz with them. Mark this false when you take the quiz alone for the first time.
So it's false, right? I feel like the first question is a trick question.
And I'm like, so make us like, is it gonna count wrong and then we have to take it again?
I know. I'd be really mad if it does.
What in the world?
Well, I'm going to put false because we did it. We all did it ahead of time.
Yeah. Just not on here.
Right.
So.
So Question 2. Which of the following variables is our categorical? The number of animals in the local zoo, a randomly selected brand of toothpaste at a convenience store, age and years of randomly selected vehicle in a parking lot. The first one, this toothpaste?
Yeah,
The
I
second
think
and
it's
third
just-
one?
Second, third one.
Third one be because it's a number.
Well, it's age and years. So like a 1992 Toyota Corolla and a 1997 van. So if you were to
Okay.
add a number, if you were to add itself or multiply it, would
Okay.
it
Yeah.
mean
No.
anything?
Oh, okay.
You're
age.
right.
Yeah. Age. Okay. Yep.
I got that one wrong on my own, actually. I knew that the toothpaste was, but the age.
Well, I actually got that wrong on mine too because I actually put the numbers of animals because I was thinking, oh, the types of animals. But when you read it, I was like, oh, numbers, duh.
Yeah.
So it's funny.
Okay, so the second and the third one.
Yep.
Question number 3. The mean IQ test score in the United States is 100. 20 randomly selected statistics students took an IQ test and the mean of their scores was 112. Which of the following statements are true? 100 is a parameter, 112 is a parameter, 100 is a statistic, 112 is a statistic.
So isn't, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, isn't 100 the parameter?
Yeah. And then 112 is the statistic.
With statistic.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's what I thought, but it's always nice to have it validated.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless I'm completely wrong.
I hope not. All right. Question 4. Rotham City has 4 distinct neighborhoods. The property values are very similar within each neighborhood, but they vary considerably from neighborhood to neighborhood. One neighborhood has very low property values and another has extremely high property values. Property taxes are usually roughly proportional to the property values. What type of sample should we collect to gauge the residents' responses to a proposed increase in property taxes?
Okay. So I don't know what number on the quiz this was.
No, I don't remember either. But wouldn't the different neighborhoods count as strata? So it would be a stratified sample, and then you take a simple random sample from each one of those groups?
So there's cluster and stratified that are both groups.
I
So-
think you'd want to do a stratified because it's because since you have those 2 separate groups and you're wanting to take a sample of those 2 separate groups,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to do just a simple random survey because then you could end up with like skewed results.
Right.
Yeah.
In one group versus the other. So I'm pretty sure it's stratified.
Stratified, yeah.
Well, and
Sorry,
with a cluster sample, they're randomly selected clusters. But with the stratified sample, you're taking a simple random sample from each one of the strata, right? I think.
I don't remember.
well, I think a cluster it's like they compared it to like a 4th grade, like being in a 4th grade school class.
Uh-huh.
So it's like they would break it down into the one class and then do a simple random survey in that one class.
And sample
different-
everyone in those in the
in that 4th grade class versus a stratified, you have like types of 4th grade classes. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Yeah.
And so out
Yeah,
of
the
those
stratified one was the one where they separated into like freshman, junior, seniors college, right?
Yeah.
That was okay.
So
yeah.
and then sorry on number
Okay.
3,
Yeah.
because it says so if the mean IQ of the United States, and then the mean of their scores, so like they're both means, so wouldn't they both be statistics?
But isn't the parameter the mean of the parent population? And the statistic is the mean of the sample?
Yeah, so I based it off of my I don't know if you guys could see it even, my little notes here. But there it says population. Anyways, it says population parameter, and it's the mean, like the mean, that's like the U kind of.
Uh,
And that's the population parameter. And then the mean, the
Okay.
sample statistic is the mean it's the X with the line above it.
Okay. I guess I just thought that parameters was just in regards to like how many people were sampled. So like there's the 20 randomly selected students. I thought that that was the parameter to.
No, that makes sense. But when I was writing out my notes, I looked up the definition of parameter, and it said the true, often unknown number describes the population. And then the definition for statistic was the estimate of a parameter obtained from a sample.
Okay.
So
Okay. That sounds good.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. So number 5.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna save stratified for number 4. Go ahead.
Okay, number 5. When design experiments are conducted in a public school systems, researchers typically choose a particular district and randomly select teachers of, say, 4th grade students in that district. The experiment is then conducted using all the students in the selected classes. Which type of sampling scheme is implemented?
So that's cluster, right?
Yeah, I think that one was cluster. That's what I wrote down. Because I wrote that down for in the review.
I don't remember which question that was on the review. So I don't know which answer goes to which, but it sounds like a cluster sample to me.
Okay.
Because they randomly select one of the groups and then they take sampling from that. Okay. Number 6. At a school fundraiser, the name of every person who attended was entered into a drawing. At the end of the evening, 6 names were selected to receive door prizes. Which type of sampling scheme was implemented?
That's a simple random sample.
Yeah, I do remember. That's what I put on the review for that one.
Yeah.
Question 7. A special interest group is conducting a survey regarding wolves in Yellowstone National Park. To adequately gauge opinions on both sides of the political spectrum, the researchers took the list of registered Democrats and selected a simple random sample of 100 people. Then they took a list of registered Republicans and selected a simple random sample of 100 people. Which type of sampling scheme was implemented?
Mm-hmm.
Would that be stratified again?
I think so. That's what I put down.
I think so too.
Let's go with it. I wish I knew what questions we had.
Oh, I should have written it down on my paper.
One behind. So I have it written down as number 8 is this one.
Okay. Let's see.
But then I stopped writing it down after 8. So
Okay. Well, this one is the one where we need the SPSS for the next question. Information. Okay. A survey was taken of purchases at the Crossroads. Open the data file crossroadspurchases.sav and use this data to answer the next 3 questions. Question 8. Using software, calculate the mean of the amount spent. Round to 3 decimals.
Okay. The amount.
I did write this down. So hopefully I did it right. I guess we'll see.
Let's see here. Am I doing this right? I mean, I don't know what all we're going to need. I'm just doing all of them.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's what I got too. The mean 4.771, the standard deviation 1.912, and then the 5 number. Oh, we'll have to do it again to get the 5 number sum.
Oh, here, I can pop that out really quick too. Let's see here. I always get confused to where that's at in here. The quartiles. Okay.
Yeah, isn't it under? Yeah.
There. There it is. Okay, so how do I make this smaller so it's still on here? Oh, now I made it disappear. So we can have it while we're putting it. Sorry, I have like 7 screens up right now.
Don't worry about it.
And there. So now we can put it in. So the mean is 4.771. Are we just supposed to do, oh yeah, round to 3 decimals?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 4.771. That's what I got.
Okay. And then the standard deviation's 1.912.
Yep, that's what I got too.
Okay.
And question 10, start by creating a histogram of the amounts spent in Crossroads purchases. Then mark the following statement as true or false. I created a histogram representing the amounts spent in Crossroads purchases. Which I did. And I even, I don't know if you guys can see this, drew it on my paper.
Oh, did you? I thought about doing that. That's so funny.
So that
But I was like,
remember
nah.
what it was like.
That's hilarious. Okay, so does yours look like mine? Hold on. Where is it? Does it look like that? I can't see you.
I can't see. Oh, yep. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we supposed to do now on the quiz?
Mark true or false.
Oh,
If you created the histogram.
I didn't have to create it again. All right.
All right. Information. Jessica Meir and her research team measured the body temperatures of a sample of diving elephant seals. A thermistor was placed at a specific location on each seal to measure its body temperature. The body temperature of seals tends to decrease as they dive. The researchers estimated the typical body temperature of each seal at the time they initiated a dive and called this the representative temperature of the seal. Thermistors were placed in the hepatic sinus of 4 of the seals, named Bodil, Roberta, Larry, and Per. The seal's body temperature at the start of the dive was calculated to be A, B, C, and D. Complete the following table and use your work to answer the next 4 questions.
Okay.
Question 11. What is the value of the number that goes in the position marked with an A in the table above? Round your answer to 3 decimal places.
Okay. So, did you have this written down already?
I have it written down.
Yeah.
Okay. So, negative 0.162.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 165.
Yeah, I was like, I
Sorry.
had 6.5.
Sorry, I had it squared there at the end, so I just said 2 instead of 5. It's a 5.
I rounded it to 2 instead of 3 decimal places. It's 165.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote negative 1.17. Oops. Oh, negative. Don't forget the negative.
Yeah. And then B, I don't remember what spot B was in.
B was in the square deviations for Roberta. Oh, it was number 12 on the review. I got 0.689.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I got 0.680625, but
Yeah, I would say
Oh,
0.6, so it would be 0.681. Maybe it's because you rounded yours
yeah,
to 2 instead of 3.
makes sense.
that's probably what it was. I'll make a note and redo the math when we're done. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. 0.681 then.
Yeah.
Okay, question 13. What quantity is equal to the sum of the numbers in the squared deviations column? That would be the variance.
Yeah.
Question 14. What is the standard deviation of these temperatures? Round your answer to 3 decimal places.
Okay, let's see if I have that.
So now I'm not sure if I got it right because if I rounded wrong, I got 1.239. Is that what you guys got?
No. What number is that? Oh, number 14.
14.
I got 0.715099006. Blah blah blah.
I got 1.528. So
All right. Maybe we should work on this one then.
Okay, so back up at the top where we have our sample variance. What did you get for that, Kevin?
for B,
So if you were to like add up your column,
okay.
row 3 column,
Yeah.
what did you have there?
Let's see here.
Oh, I had 1.534. Is that what you said you had, Kevin?
Yeah, I had 1.528.
Oh.
You know,
I have
53.
1.5341 for that.
I got 1.534. Yeah.
So it's probably because on one of them I randomly took it out to 4 decimals instead of. Anyways.
So if we went with 1.534,
Then isn't it the square root of?
so then we have to divide, don't we have to divide that by 4 minus 1? And we get the sample variance? And then the sample variance, we have to, don't we have to square root that to get the standard deviation? I could be doing that wrong.
No, you're right. I forgot to do the -1 thing.
I did too. Okay, wait. So can you explain that again? Because
So you divide the 1.534 by the observations minus 1. So it'd be 4 minus 1.
Oh man, you're right. I forgot all about this.
And that equals our sample variance. And then I believe to get the square root, we have to, to get the standard deviation, we have to square root that.
So it's 0.511, and then we take the square root of 0.511.
Yeah. I went a little bit further though. I went the whole thing.
So 0.15.
What'd you get?
0.715.
That's not what I got.
I got 0.0715.
Oh wait, yeah, that's what I got. Sorry, I'm still looking at 12 for some reason. You guys are right.
Okay.
Sorry. So 0.715.
So yeah.
Well, is it? Oh yeah, geez, I missed. 0.715.
Yeah.
all the babies are the baby powder. Okay, so question 14 was 0.715, right?
Yes.
Okay. Question 15, under certain conditions, the standard deviation can be negative. True or false?
That is false.
That's what I put.
Yep.
Okay, information. In the same study, the researchers placed thermistors, temperature sensors, in the 3 seals named Chick, Starburst, and Patty near their spinal cord and brain in the extradural vein. They placed thermistors in 6 other seals named Sir Richard, Jerry, Sammy, Nut, Jonesy, and Butler. Aorta, the largest artery in the body. Finally, they placed thermistors in 4 other seals named Boville, Roberta, Larry, and Purr in their hepatic sinus. The results from this study are summarized in the table below. Question 16. Which location resulted in the most consistent temperature measurements from one seal to another?
I could be wrong, but is it extradural?
Extradural.
Mhm.
That's what I
I think
put.
so.
Yeah.
It was the smallest standard deviation, which means they were the closest
Mm-hmm.
Together. Yeah.
to mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Information. The number of hours students spent studying for an exam were recorded. The data are represented by the box plot below. What is the third quartile?
8.
8. Yes. And question 18, what percentage of the data lies between 4 hours and 8 hours? Note, list the number as a percent and not a decimal, and don't include the percent sign. Example, if the answer is 66%, then input only 66, not 0.66.
Okay, so 50. So 50.
50, yeah. Information. Use the following information to answer the next 3 questions. An observation from a normally distributed population is considered unusual if it is more than 2 standard deviations away from the mean. There are several contaminants that can harm a city's water supply. Nitrate concentrations above 10 parts per million are considered a health risk for infants less than 6 months of age. The city of Rexburg reports that the nitrate concentration in the city's drinking water supply is between 1.59 and 2.52 parts per million, and values outside of this range are unusual. We will assume that U minus 2 sigma equals 1.59 parts per million. Wasn't that the mean minus 2 standard deviations equals 1.59 parts per million, and the mean plus 2 standard deviations is 2.52 parts per million. It is reasonable to assume the measured nitrate concentration is normally distributed. So question 19, estimate the mean of the measured nitrate concentration in Rexburg's drinking water. Round your answer to 3 decimal places.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if I got this right.
And I don't know where I wrote this one down at.
No.
So don't we just add up 1.59 and 2.52 and divide it by 2?
That's what I did. I got 2.55.
Yeah.
It was question 20 on the review.
So did you say you got 2.845?
No, I got 2.055.
Okay, I must have just. Oh, sorry, I didn't use parentheses here. I had this one like scribbled out all over the place. On the wrong page, that's what's going on. Yeah, I have 2.055 also.
Is that what you got, Kevin?
Yep.
Awesome.
Then on the next one for the standard deviation was 0.233.
Yep. That's what I got.
I think I'm right there with you guys. I just don't see it on my paper right now.
There's just so many numbers.
Yeah.
Yes. So many numbers. Okay, question 21. Are you both of you guys ready for question 21?
Yep.
Between what two measured nitrate concentrations do approximately 68% of the data values lie? I got 1.823 and 2.288. Is that what you guys got?
I don't have that. But then I just realized that my standard deviations was different than yours, so maybe I did that wrong.
Oh,
How'd you guys figure out the standard deviation for that?
so I took the mean,
Yeah.
2.055, and we knew from the information that it gave us that the mean minus 2 standard deviations was 1.59, or plus 2 standard deviations was 2.52.
Uh-huh.
I just took the mean, 2.055 minus 1.59, and then I divided that by 2.
Yep. That's what I did.
Does that make sense? Because when I subtracted the 1.59, then that gave me the distance between 2 standard deviations. And then when I divided it by 2, it made it to 1 standard deviation.
Okay, we'll have to rework that then. All right, so what's the answer for this one that we're on? The 68, or question 21.
21 was 1.823 and 2.288.
Okay. All right. Oops.
Okay, information. Use the following information to answer the remaining questions. The admissions committees for most Masters of Business Administration MBA programs require the Graduate Management Admission Test, the GMAT, as part of the application for new students. It has been shown that the scores on the GMAT are normally distributed with a mean of 542.3 and a standard deviation of 120.54. The minimum GMAT score required for admission to the MACC program in the School of Accountancy at BYU is 500, but it is rare for students with scores less than 600 to be admitted. Question 22. What is the probability that a randomly selected student will score above 542.3 on the GMAT? I have 50%. For 0.5. Is that what you guys got?
I don't know. I lost my notes. They've now been.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure what I was doing on this one.
So you're finding, what I found the Z-score, but they're asking about this randomly selected student to score above 542.3, which is the same as the mean.
Yeah.
You get 0 divided by the standard deviation, which is 0, Z-score.
Okay, and when I did it, I drew it out the 68, 95, 99.7 rule.
Oh.
But it's off 34%.
Well,
That's what I have.
Oh, because they were asking for a probability, I used the applet.
The applet. Yeah. Let's go with it.
So 0.50. I'm sorry if it's wrong. Is that what you got, Kevin?
I don't know. I kind of started things in one area, so it's just like I don't know, remember what I got. So
Okay.
54.3 standard deviation of 120.4.
Are you doing the math, Ashley?
Yeah, I was just to see. Oops. Oops. How am I doing that wrong? Let's, maybe I need to put that in parentheses. 54.3. All right, so how did you get the z-score?
yeah,
So it's the mean, it's the value minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. So the value that they
Oh,
gave,
it's just 0 then.
yeah,
0.
yeah.
Oh, I see. Because I'm like trying 542.3. I'm like, that's not going to work.
Yeah,
0.
well, it's
okay.
542.3 minus 542.3 divided by 120.54.
Gotcha. And when you
And
put
then
in 0 for the z-score, it just has that
gives
Yeah.
you
perfect line.
0. And then when you put it in the applet, does it just give you 50%?
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
it just
Oh,
gives 50%.
that's what was throwing me off. Okay. Yeah, because I was putting in 4.49, and that's why I did the 68.95, because I was like, this isn't going to work this way. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Okay. Question 23. What is the probability that a randomly selected student will score below 600 on the GMAT? So it's the same thing, finding, at least that's what I did. I found the z-score in the applet, and I
Yeah.
got 0.684.
That's what I have.
With the z-score of 0.479.
Yeah,
Yeah, the z-score is 0.479.
yes.
The probability is 0.684.
Okay.
Okay, question 24. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the probability that a randomly selected student will score 600 or above on the GMAT? I got 0.316.
Yep.
Perfect. Question 25. Find the GMAT score that corresponds to the 10th percentile. Round to the nearest whole number. So these are the ones I struggled with before. I'm not 100% sure I got this right.
My answer is 387.78.
I had 387.77. But if we're rounding to the nearest whole number, it would be 388.
Yeah.
Is that what you got, Kevin?
No, I'm lost.
Do you want to walk through it?
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So for these ones, do you want me to screen share or do you want to do it on your own?
You could probably just tell me and I can.
Okay, so you go into the applet and you're going to shade in the far, this one's, let's see here, how much is it, 10%? 10%. So you're going to shade in the left side and then you're going to put in 0.10 at the top.
Okay.
And then you're going to take that negative number on the bottom left side
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to put it into this. So let's see here. You're going to take 542.3, which is the mean,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to add it to that negative number, which should be, did you get negative 1.282?
Don't you?
Yeah.
You put it into the z-score formula. So that negative number, the negative 1.282,
Yeah.
that is the z. And then you're solving for x.
Okay.
right?
So
You multiply both sides by the standard deviation and then add the 542.3.
that's way too confusing for me.
Calculator, this awesome calculator that's not for you. One of those.
Oh man. So then you multiply it by 120.54, which is the standard deviation. And however you want to figure that out, you do. You do you.
Wait. Okay, I just got lost.
Okay, so it's standard, it's order of operations. You multiply, divide, and then add, subtract. So if you have negative 1.282
Okay.
equals x minus 542.3 divided by 120.54. That's the equation.
Okay. Divided by. What is the standard deviation? 120.
120.54.
Yeah.
Okay. And then.
And then you're solving for x. So you'd multiply both sides by 120.54.
Okay.
And then, so that cancels it out on the one side. And then you end up negative 154.532 equals x minus 542.3, right?
Okay.
And
So then you just add.
Yeah, to both
Okay.
sides.
Okay. So 387.76.
Yep. But it's round, on the quiz, it's round to the nearest whole number. So it will be 388.
388.
Okay.
Yes, I have to do all my math the long way.
Yes.
It's probably better though.
Yeah, keep it straight.
Because like now when I try to go back and do it that way, I get stuck. Like, wait, which one do I do first? I don't know.
I know. Oh, gotta love the order of operations.
Yeah.
All right.
So then this one's the 90th percentile, and that's where you shade the middle and the left. And you take
Okay.
the number from the right side.
Right.
Okay. So isn't that the same? That's just the same number in positive. It's
In the
positive, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Positive.
Okay.
And this one is also round to the nearest whole number.
Yeah.
So 697.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Perfect.
Alrighty, thanks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And question 27, find the first quartile of the distribution of GMAT scores, round to the nearest whole number. So that's 25%, right?
Yeah.
I got 461.
Yep.
Sorry, Kevin, did you want to do the math on that?
No, we're good. Most of these, it's like, I know how to do them. I just haven't I haven't written out my notes yet. We've been working in Jackson, Wyoming a lot. And so I've just been driving back and forth and haven't had time. So,
Oh, that's hard.
yeah.
It's hard.
It's
So
rough.
I just need to get my notes down. Cause like, I remember doing all of this stuff and I know like, I just got to sit down and write it out and I'll get it. So,
Yeah, that was so helpful for me. Just the review.
yeah.
I was writing it down and the things that I questioned. So on the individual prep page, or I guess it's in the book, when you're looking at the book, at the top, it has an index, like a link to an index. And that was my most favorite thing in this review. because it's all in alphabetical order, all the terminology. So anything you have a question about,
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
yeah, then you can just look up
Awesome.
the word, and then the word is a link to the chapter and the
That's
section
nice.
in the book where it talked about it. So it's like
Oh, that's awesome.
a reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple questions and I got on and talked with Brother Papa, but I was like, I didn't know where else to look because I was like searching and searching if I would have known about that.
Yeah, it was really helpful. Did you ask him about on the box plot? Sorry, I'm kind of distracted from the quiz. On the box plot on the review, and it had that extra dot at the very end, like
Yeah.
you out before.
Yeah.
Did you ask him?
Yeah, so I did, and he said if it is in SPSS, then that is the newest mean or max. So if it's above the whiskers, which is the line, then that would be the max. So, but if it's in Excel, then it isn't. And I was like, well, how do we know? Because in there it doesn't say.
Yeah.
And so he said, well, at this point in the class, it's in SPSS because that's all we're using. So
So I got
that's
the question wrong then on the review, because I went with the line on the at the end of the whisker. I didn't do the dot. off
yeah.
the
So it
end.
would be the dot. It would be 14 is what
Okay.
the box plot was. Would be the max. Yeah. So
I'm just going to make a note about that.
yeah, and the other one that I wasn't sure about, I don't remember what number it was, but it had something to do. Oh, I think it was number 23. It said something about the sample mean and the. Let me see. I think I wrote it down somewhere. The standard normal distribution mean and standard deviation. And I was like, what in the world is that?
Which question was that?
Number 23.
Oh, well, because the mean is the same. The mean stays the same when you're doing sample means from the population mean.
Well,
Right?
no, I know that. I know that. But the question is, it's asking what the standard normal distribution mean is.
Is that not?
And so
I think that was 1 and -1.
it was zero. It's
something.
0. The
0,
mean's
yeah.
0, and the standard
Okay.
deviation is 1.
And that was number 23 on the review.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta look that up. So
Yeah, and so I'm not sure where that is in the book.
the mean was
I
1
need to look at that too. But
and a 0.
the mean is 0, and the standard deviation is 1.
Oh boy. Yeah, I really better look that up. The mean is 0, the standard deviation is 1.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's good. I will re-look that one up. Because I don't know if I understand enough. All right, shall we finish the quiz?
Yeah.
Number 28. Find the third quartile of the distribution of GMAT scores. Round to the nearest whole number.
Okay. So I think my answer was 623.54, but I don't. Is that what you have?
That's what I had.
Okay.
So the whole
So
number would be 624.
yeah. So now with those, it's anything 50% and above is shaded all the middle and the left.
And above would be the right, wouldn't it? 50% and
No.
above would be the right?
When you're trying to find the percentiles.
Yeah.
So it's going to be.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's going to be the middle and the left, right?
Well, I thought if you were trying to find above 50%, it was the right part of the,
Here, I'm going to look really quick on my notes just so I'm.
because that's the
making
positive
sure.
half. And if it's below 50%, then it's the left.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be everything from the left side of the right bar. Just going to double check though.
To be above 50%? I'm sorry, I'm confused.
So when you're looking for a percentage that's above 50%, you would want to shade everything that's in the middle and to the left. Yeah. Anything that's greater than 50th percentile, you shade both the middle area and the left side.
Well, I guess I just thought quartiles were just like the standard deviations. I don't know. Never mind. I'm not going to say anything.
No, you're fine. So quartile right here, when it's saying find the third quartile, that's asking for the 75th percentile.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I guess I knew that. I don't know why I'm thinking.
And
Okay.
so you would put 0.75 in the applet, just like you would the 10th or the 90th percentile. And then you would shade it just like it was the 90th percentile.
Right.
Yeah, and then do the whole z-score thing. Okay, yeah.
I was thinking you're asking for above the 75th, then you would shade the right and not the left. But if you're going up to the 75th, then it's everything to the left of the right bar.
I don't know. Did we talk about going above 75th?
No, but that's in my mind. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're okay.
No, what you're saying makes sense. That if we're trying to find up to the 75th percent, then we're shading all the left.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm nervous. I am nervous about this exam, you guys. I'm trying not to be.
I'm sure you'll do fine.
I hope so. All right. Are you guys ready? Question 29.
Yeah.
Yes.
Consider a simple random sample of n equals 15 students taking the GMAT. What is the mean of the distribution of sample mean scores for all such samples? Round to the nearest tenth, one decimal place. The mean of the distribution of sample means, which is the same as the population mean.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So 542.3.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay.
I was just scrolled up.
Question 30, what is the standard deviation of the distribution of sample mean scores for all such samples? Round to 3 decimal places. So I got 31.123.
Yep, that's what I got. Assuming I did it right.
I think I might have done it wrong. Oh, wait, no, sorry. You guys are right. I'm looking further down.
Okay, awesome. Question 31, what is the probability that the sample mean GMAT score for a simple sample?
Sorry, for just a second. I rounded mine to 2 decimal places. What was the third number there?
3. It's 31.123.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
The probability that the sample mean GMAT score for a simple random sample of n equals 15 students will be greater than 600. Round to 3 decimal places.
I have 0.0319.
Yeah, I just wrote 0.032, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Shall we submit it? Save all the responses.
Yeah, if everything's right except for that first question. You're like, haha, you guys.
Seriously, they marked it wrong.
Oh, no.
Question
Oh, and what did we do on number 2?
It's
Oh, so the number of animals in the local zoo is categorical. Sorry, guys.
I think
Oh, darn it.
the number of animals in the local zoo categorical, or is the age in years of randomly selected vehicles not categorical?
Oh, good question. We also got the variance one wrong.
Oh, we did?
Yeah. I swear that was the variance.
I swear that was the variance. The sum of the numbers and the squared deviations, because the standard deviation is the square root of the variance.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
Okay.
Did we miss any others?
No.
Okay, I'm so bugged.
So what do we do here? We probably want to write down the answers of the right ones.
Yeah.
So 1 should be true.
I know.
Gosh, that's annoying.
Oh, do you know why? Because it says mark this false when you take the quiz alone for the first time. So we should have marked it true because this isn't our first time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are we going to do about question 2? That's...
Okay, well, we know that the randomly selected brand of toothpaste
is categorical.
Categorical.
Number.
That's a tricky one. I don't know.
What does what are the rules? Do you guys remember?
So I have written down.
Oh, look, I can look it up on the index too.
Yeah, that's probably better than what I have written down because I tried to write just a little bit.
What did you write?
So quantitative is numerical. Height, body temp, cost of medical equipment, number of siblings, typical questionnaire ratings. Categorical is non-numerical. Examples are gender, class in college, race, jersey numbers, phone numbers. If you add it to itself or you multiply it, does the number mean anything? No, then it's categorical. So I'm not sure.
So, I swear the animals in the zoo is numerical. So on the index, it says almost what you just read. Categorical variables yield data that can only be considered as categories, such as gender, job title, nationality, and telephone number. And actually, it doesn't have, it's numerical. Is that the other one?
What now?
It's categorical or numerical? Is that, what's the word?
Quantitative.
Quantitative, thank you. Quantitative variables provide numerical information, things that are counted or measured. So the number of animals in the zoo,
I would assume would be counted or measured.
it's counted. Yeah, the animals are counted. You can add them together or multiply them and you can find means and variables and all that, right?
Yeah. So maybe the cars are numerical because you can add them up by age of year. I don't know. That's tricky. A trick question. Sorry, I'm just writing down the answers so we... Okay, so 13 isn't the variance, so what in the world is that? The The standard deviation, none of these are correct. The mean, standard deviation, the variance, I swear it's the variance.
I know. I cannot believe that.
Yeah.
I'm so sure.
My next guess would just be none of the above because I don't think it's in those other ones.
Yeah. I guess it wouldn't be the variance though now that you think about it, because you would have to divide it and then divide it by the observations and subtract it by 1 to get the variance, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. 14. Do we get just one more try at this?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm writing down the answers too. Oh. So the variance is a measure of spread of a distribution or standard or sigma squared. That's the variance.
Yeah. I think the variance isn't actually that's not the variance until we actually figure out like that sum of it divided by the observations minus n, and that's the sigma squared. And the standard deviation is the sigma squared and then square rooted. And the mean is the sum of column 1 divided by the observations. So it must be none of those.
Yeah.
Right?
I
It's the
think
only thing that makes sense.
yeah, I think it's none.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, it is.
I reopened my quiz, so whenever you guys are ready.
Oh, sorry. I went back
No,
to
you're okay.
that.
And so yeah, I've just started putting them back in.
What did you go do for 2 then, Kevin?
I just went ahead and did just let's see, where is it?
The randomly selected brand of toothpaste.
Yeah, because it's definitely not the number of animals in the local zoo.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. Don't know what else it would be.
Yeah.
So you just put the one answer?
Yeah.
Are you back in it, Kelly?
Yeah, I'm just getting back in. Sorry, you guys are a bit ahead of me.
No, it's okay. Weird, all the tables didn't come up in this quiz for some reason on mine.
They didn't come up on mine either. I was glad
Strange.
I found the answers.
Yeah. Oh, I missed one.
Uh-oh.
I didn't write it down. Huh.
Did you submit it or you're noticing?
No, I just didn't know. I didn't write it down in here. I just noticed it.
Which one?
What do you guys have for 21?
It was the 1.823 to 2.288.
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe this is doing something weird. What about 19?
2.055.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I have. What do you guys look at your question for number 20? Or wait, what do you guys have for number 20? Sorry, I'm throwing you guys off.
Very good. 0.233.
Yep.
233. Okay, thank you.
You guys always put a 0 in front of the decimal?
I do.
I have been, yeah. I don't know that it matters though. Do you think it matters?
Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. And it hasn't been wrong when I haven't done it.
Okay.
Did you say they haven't been wrong?
No, they have not been wrong.
Was our answer on 22 really 0.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
because,
It's 50%, right?
yeah, that was the one where they asked us what percentage would score the mean.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I think I've got all the answers in here.
Oh, you are Speed Racer. I'm not.
I feel like it's weird to not reread each question. Like, I feel like.
I put them all in and we got 100, so we're
I
good.
got 100.
Yeah,
So
Okay.
number 2, it's just the toothpaste.
just the toothpaste. Yep.
Did you guys do none of the above or whatever for the other one?
Yeah,
For the, okay.
the
Yeah,
13.
for number 13.
Gosh, it's so weird.
Yeah, so the sum of the numbers in the squared deviations column is none of the above. Yay, love that 100%.
Good job.
So this was actually a really good review because now I know there's a couple of things I need to go back and study before I take the quiz.
And what time does it close on Wednesday again?
Like 11:55 Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah.
Be fine then.
So what do you do for work?
I work at Domino's.
Oh, okay. So are you guys
Yeah.
opening a new one or what's going on?
No, the owner who owns the store here in Rexburg, he has another one in Jackson, but he doesn't ever have enough employees, so he pays my wife and I to go over there, and we get way more money going there than here. So we go there every
Oh.
couple days, but we don't get home till like 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning. So
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
How do you function?
it's kind of rough, but I get through it.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
That's tough. Good job.
Yeah, thanks. So I start my internship in like 2-3 weeks, so I won't be working anymore. So I am excited for my internship.
Oh, yeah. Where's your internship?
It's just in Bluffdale, Utah.
Okay. You'll be.
So it's just like a physical therapy office.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys, I put one in wrong.
Oh, no. How did you put it
Oh, after all that,
on?
it was number 25. I wrote it down wrong too. I put 0.388, but I think it's supposed to be a 3 in there or something.
It's just a whole number. It's just 380.
Yeah.
Ah, dang it.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Yeah. Bummer. Oh well.
I know. Well, there were like 4 whole numbers in a row, and they made me nervous because almost everything we do is decimals. So I'm like,
Yeah.
need to have
I know, and then when they like randomly switch to like write your percentage as a whole number, it's like what?
no, or
Yeah.
do 1, round it to a 10th instead of 3 decimal places. It's like,
Oh,
just pick
bummer.
one with it.
Oh well. I'm over it
I know. I was gonna say, I think, yeah.
at this point.
All right. Well, if anyone wants to go over anything before they take the quiz tomorrow, I am totally open for that. I'm going to relook up these couple of things that I was confused on, and then I'm open for discussion if anyone else wants to. Just so you know.
Well, I took it already, so
We're not supposed to talk about it, but what did you get?
so can't discuss.
Oh, I was just wondering if you did well.
I did okay. I missed a couple, but I did okay.
Good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sorry, I'll be in Jackson tomorrow, so I'm not taking it till Wednesday. So
Oh, I forget that today's only Monday.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, you got 2 days.
Yeah, I have
2 whole days to study.
sweet.
I know. I was like, oh, it was. I don't know. I'm paranoid about tests, so I just had to get it over with. I couldn't think. So
Well, good. Now you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah. Sure.
yeah. So, anyways,
All right. Well, have a good night, you guys.
Yeah. And so
You
we
too.
still have a meeting on Wednesday, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think it's my turn to do the thing. So I'll make sure to do that.
All right. See you guys then.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right. No problem. We'll see ya. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.